All right, guys, just in time for Valentine's Day, I'm sharing with you a mega tip that always used to get me in trouble, but now that I really understand this, I'm doing a lot better with it. She wants you to listen, not solve. All right, just let that register in your brain for a moment. She wants you to listen, not solve her problems. Now, I know this is hard, right? Every masculine bone in our bodies, as soon as we hear a problem, as soon as we see discord or disharmony in our relationships or our environment, we want to show up and we want to be of service, right? It's one of the things that makes us who we are as men. We want to be providers. We want to be protectors. If we see a nail sticking out, we want to grab a hammer and hit it down, right? But when it comes to our relationships with our intimate partners, particularly with women, there's a real nuanced subtlety here we got to understand. Why does she want you to listen instead of solving her problem? Well, let's just start with listening, first of all. Hardest thing that for most of us men to do, right, is just to shut up and take it all in. Because we are efficient beings. We want to move from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. We're all achievement oriented. We want to climb the mountain. We want to topple the dragon. We want to solve problems. But most times, if you understand masculine and feminine dynamics, you know that a feminine person, particularly a woman in her feminine, is going to need to process her emotions out loud. Whereas men, we process emotions mentally and we move them around in our bodies. It's a very masculine way of dealing with emotions. With women, there's a vocalization of emotions that needs to happen. There's a processing that needs to occur. So if your partner is really upset because her best friend didn't call her back for whatever reason, right? Just some example, then she's not looking for you to provide a solution. She's not looking for you to say, well, why don't you just call her back? Well, she probably has something else going on. In that moment, and you've probably been here before, right? You've probably been here before where you've offered a solution and all of a sudden you get disgust or anger or resentment back. Like, can't you just listen to me? Because what she's asking for, what she really wants from you in that moment is to be present. Put down whatever you're doing. Look her in the eyes. Empathize with her. Put yourself in her shoes for a moment. Try to understand and connect with the feeling that she's having. She's upset. She's hurt. She might even feel abandoned by her best friend. Maybe it was something she was reaching out to help for and she hasn't heard from her friend in 2 days. Whatever the circumstances are, even if it doesn't seem significant to you, it's significant to her. And that's the most important thing there. That's the most important thing, because what I tend to do, I'll put myself on the chopping block, is I receive whatever input I'm getting from my wife. I process it as, okay, this is something in our environment that needs to change. And I go immediately to how can I change it? Because I don't want to have to deal with this anymore, right? Raise your hand if you're in. Yeah, you're probably with me right there. But what really is happening is she's offering to connect with you. She's wanting you to connect with her emotional experience. Maybe she feels unsafe. Maybe she doesn't feel supported by her friends, so she's looking for somebody to connect with that'll make her feel a little more supported. Maybe she's looking for somebody to just vent to. And even if it's not convenient for you in that moment, if you pause and you put everything down, you grab her hands, put your hand on her shoulder, rub her back, something while she's telling you her story. Listen all the way through. Listen until she's complete. However long it takes, I challenge you to do this at least once today or in the next week, whenever the opportunity arises for you to genuinely listen to your partner, and see what happens. You can also reflect back to her, wow, I didn't understand how much it hurt you that your friend didn't call you back. What I'm hearing is that you really wanted to talk to her. There was something you could really use her support for, and that's upsetting. I can understand why you're disappointed. See what happens when you really are present with what she's feeling. You receive it and you let her know that you're listening. Now, it doesn't count if you're just, totally distracted by something else that you're doing over here. We're single focused. We can't listen and be fully present and connected to what they're saying while doing another task. Although I know you're tempted to do it because you're efficient just like me. So put everything down. Be really present with her for a moment. In fact, maybe there's not a problem that's on the table, but I challenge you to ask her about something that you know matters to her, that you know she cares about, but you haven't made space to really listen to. Here's how it might go. Hey, honey, here we are sitting down to dinner. I know it's been a while since we've made time for this. I've been really busy with my projects and you've been really busy, but I remember a couple of weeks ago, you were really excited about this new idea you had. and I want to hear more about it. Would you tell me more about it? And then just listen, receive, maybe engage periodically, ask questions, be an active listener for her. Because what she's getting from that is not a solution. What she's getting from that is not somebody that she can bounce ideas off of. It's somebody who's connected with her. It's going to let her feel supported. It's going to let her feel like she's not alone. Whether it's something she's scared about, something she's excited about, either way, your presence is what she wants. And your listening is the key. It's that time of year, romance, Valentine's Day, relationships are budding and blooming, getting ready for the springtime. I challenge you to practice your active listening with your partner because that's what she wants. She wants you to listen. She doesn't want you to solve all of her problems. If she wants a specific solution to the problem, she will be very clear, I need you to fix this for me. But 9 times out of 10, that's not what she's asking for. So pay attention, open your ears, zip the lips, and listen to what she has to say. I promise you it's going to yield a result that you maybe have never had before. So give it a shot. If there's somebody else you know who needs to practice their listening with their partner, then share this up with them and make sure you tune in to next week's Monday Morning Meditation.